Have you ever wondered what a deepfake is? Well, let's dive right in. A deepfake, in the simplest terms, is a synthetic media where a person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else's likeness. It's essentially a hyper-realistic digital impersonation. This is achieved through the use of artificial intelligence, specifically, a type of machine learning known as deep learning. On the other hand, shallow fakes are manipulated media that have been altered using more traditional methods. They could involve speeding up or slowing down footage or cutting and pasting content to create misleading narratives. While they can be deceptive, they lack the sophistication and realism of deepfakes. So, how does a deepfake differ from Photoshop or face swap? Well, think of Photoshop as a manual tool. You need a skilled artist to convincingly alter an image or video. Face swap apps, while automatic, are relatively simplistic and often easy to detect. Deepfakes, however, take things to a whole new level. They leverage the power of AI to study patterns in facial movements and expressions, and then use this information to generate incredibly realistic fabrications. But why exactly are deepfakes created? The purposes are as varied as the creators themselves. They can be used for entertainment, such as in movies or social media platforms, where they allow users to insert themselves into popular clips. However, they can also be used for more nefarious purposes, such as spreading misinformation, identity theft, or tarnishing reputations. So deepfakes are more than just advanced Photoshop. They are a whole new realm of digital manipulation. They present a world where seeing is no longer believing, and where every piece of media we consume could potentially be fabricated. As we continue to navigate this evolving landscape, it's crucial to understand not only the technology behind deepfakes, but also the implications they have for our society. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the creation, impact, and future of deepfakes. Now, you might be asking, how are deepfakes made? Well, let's dive into that fascinating process. Deepfakes are created using a machine learning technique known as deep learning. It's a subfield of artificial intelligence where algorithms inspired by the structure and function of the brain, called neural networks, are used to find patterns in raw data. The process starts with collecting a substantial amount of images or videos of the individual you want to deepfake. The more data, the better, as it helps in creating a more convincing deepfake. Now, this data is fed into the neural network, which is split into two parts. The first part, the encoder, learns to recognize patterns and features in the face, such as the curve of the lips, the arch of the eyebrows, or the shape of the nose. Meanwhile, the second part, the decoder, learns to generate a face based on these features. This process is repeated with another set of images or videos, but of a different person. The interesting part is that the same encoder is used, but with a different decoder. What happens next is truly magical. When you feed an image of the first person into the encoder, it extracts the facial features. But this time, instead of using the original decoder, you use the decoder of the second person. The result? A deepfake where the first person appears to have the face of the second person. This process, though it sounds simple, requires a good deal of computing power and time. It's not just any hobbyist who can whip up a convincing deepfake in their basement. It's usually researchers, technologists, and sometimes malicious actors who have access to the necessary technology and resources. The technology needed to create deepfakes includes high-end graphics processing units, or GPUs, and deep learning software like TensorFlow or PyTorch. These tools are becoming more accessible, which means the creation and dissemination of deepfakes can only increase. With the right technology and knowledge, creating deepfakes is a reality. And as we move forward, understanding this reality becomes increasingly important for us all. But what exactly is generative AI, and how does it relate to deepfakes? Generative AI, also known as generative adversarial networks or GANs, is a cutting-edge form of artificial intelligence. It's like an imaginative artist with a flair for creating new, unique, and realistic content. From crafting beautiful pieces of art to writing compelling narratives, generative AI is proving itself to be a powerful tool in the world of creativity. Now let's bring deepfakes into the picture. Imagine a puppeteer controlling a puppet. In the case of deepfakes, the puppeteer is the generative AI, and the puppet is the final deepfake output. The generative AI learns from a vast amount of data, then uses this knowledge to generate realistic and convincing content, such as a person's face or voice. The process of creating deepfakes with generative AI involves two main components, the generator and the discriminator. The generator creates the fake content, while the discriminator evaluates the quality of the fake content against the real one. This dynamic duo works together, continually learning from each other, to create a deepfake that's almost indistinguishable from the real thing. The power of generative AI doesn't stop at creating realistic deepfakes. It can also be used for a variety of other applications, such as generating new ideas, enhancing images, or even creating virtual reality environments. It's an exciting field that's continually evolving, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with artificial intelligence. However, with great power comes great responsibility. While generative AI can be used for many beneficial purposes, it can also be misused to create deepfakes that can deceive, misinform, and cause harm. It's important to be aware of this potential misuse and to promote ethical guidelines for the use of this powerful technology. In a nutshell, generative AI plays a crucial role in the creation of deepfakes. It's the magic wand that transforms ordinary content into something extraordinary, making deepfakes a fascinating yet complex subject to delve into. Generative AI is the backbone of creating realistic and convincing deepfakes. So, what are some of the most memorable deepfake examples, and how might they impact us, especially in politics? In the world of deepfakes, one of the most impressive examples that come to mind is the viral video of former President Barack Obama, where his face was manipulated to say things he never actually uttered, or the convincing deepfake of actor Tom Cruise that circulated on social media, demonstrating just how convincing these fabrications can be. Now, let's take a moment to think about the potential implications of these deepfakes, particularly within the realm of politics. Imagine an election season where deepfakes are used to spread misinformation. A falsified video of a candidate making outrageous statements could easily sway public opinion against them. Deepfakes could be used to spark controversies, create scandals, or even ignite geopolitical tensions. Consider the potential international implications. A well-timed deepfake of a world leader making inflammatory statements could potentially escalate conflicts or damage diplomatic relations. The consequences could be far-reaching and potentially catastrophic. But it's not just about spreading false information. Deepfakes could also be used to discredit genuine video evidence by creating doubt about its authenticity. In a world where seeing is no longer believing, trust in media could be eroded, and the truth could become an increasingly elusive concept. It's also worth noting that the impact of deepfakes isn't limited to politics. They could be used to impersonate individuals, defraud businesses, or even create highly convincing fake endorsements for products. The possibilities are as vast as they are concerning. However, it's important to remember that while the potential for misuse is high, not all deepfakes are created with malicious intent. They can be used for entertainment, satire, or even to bring historical figures to life in a new and engaging way. The key is to remain vigilant, educate ourselves, and build strong defenses against the misuse of this technology. As deepfakes become more sophisticated and widespread, the need for effective detection and verification tools becomes even more critical. Deepfakes have the power to reshape our political landscape and beyond. How can we tell if a video is a deepfake, and can we combat them? Deepfakes can be incredibly convincing, but there are still telltale signs that can help us identify them. For starters, the quality of the video is often a giveaway. While the technology has come a long way, deepfakes often struggle to perfectly replicate the quality of real videos. You might notice blurriness or inconsistencies in lighting. Moreover, the behavior of the people in the video can also provide clues. Deepfakes are often created using a limited number of source images or videos, and this can lead to a lack of diversity in facial expressions or movements. So, if the person in the video seems oddly stiff, or their facial expressions don't quite match their words, it might be a deepfake. But what about combating deepfakes? Well, the technology used to create deepfakes is evolving rapidly, but so too are the tools used to detect them. Artificial intelligence is at the forefront of this battle. The same technology that's used to create deepfakes can also be used to identify them. AI algorithms can be trained to look for the subtle inconsistencies that humans might miss. For instance, they can analyze the blinking patterns of the people in the video. In real videos, people blink around 20 times per minute, but deepfakes often fail to accurately replicate this. In addition, there are now numerous companies and research groups working on deepfake detection tools. These tools use machine learning to analyze videos and identify signs of manipulation. They are becoming increasingly sophisticated and can now detect deepfakes with a high degree of accuracy. Moreover, legislation is starting to catch up too. Several countries are now introducing laws that make it illegal to create or distribute deepfakes with malicious intent. This is a significant step towards combating the misuse of this technology. So, while spotting deepfakes can be tricky, there are ways to combat these AI-generated manipulations. The battle against deepfakes is a dynamic one, with advances on both sides. But with the right tools, knowledge, and legislation, we can fight back against this form of digital deception. Are deepfakes always malicious? And what are the benefits and downsides of deepfake technology? Let's delve into this. Deepfake technology isn't inherently evil. In fact, it has several potential benefits. For instance, in the entertainment industry, deepfakes can be used for dubbing, allowing actors to speak multiple languages fluently in films, broadening the audience reach. Imagine watching your favorite actor flawlessly delivering lines in Mandarin, French, or Swahili, all thanks to deepfake technology. Additionally, in the world of education, deepfakes can bring historical figures to life, providing a more immersive learning experience. Imagine a history class where Abraham Lincoln himself delivers the Gettysburg Address. Now that's a lesson you won't forget. However, as with any technology, deepfakes have a dark side. The most prominent concern is the potential for misuse in spreading misinformation and propaganda. With the ability to manipulate videos and audios, bad actors can create convincing fakes of public figures saying or doing things they never did. This could have serious implications, particularly in politics where deepfakes could be used to influence public opinion or even election outcomes. Furthermore, deepfakes can be used to create non-consensual pornography, a gross violation of privacy and consent, causing emotional distress and reputational damage. Another concern is the potential erosion of trust. As deepfakes become more prevalent and convincing, people may begin to distrust any form of media, leading to a society where seeing is no longer believing. And finally, there's the possibility of legal issues. If someone creates a deepfake of a celebrity endorsing a product without their permission, who is held accountable? The laws surrounding deepfakes are still evolving and many gray areas remain. Like any technological advancement, deepfakes have their pros and cons. As we continue to navigate this brave new world, it's crucial that we find a balance, leveraging the benefits of deepfakes while mitigating their potential harm. So, what does the future hold for generative AI and deepfakes? As we stand on the precipice of a new era in digital manipulation, it's clear that the future of deepfakes and generative AI is not entirely set in stone. It's a realm of infinite possibilities, where the lines between reality and computer-generated facsimiles continue to blur. In the world of entertainment and media, deepfakes could revolutionize the industry. Imagine watching a film with an actor who passed away decades ago, their likeness and performance recreated with uncanny accuracy. Or perhaps a news report delivered by a virtual anchor, indistinguishable from their human counterparts. The potential for creativity is boundless. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The potential misuse of deepfakes in the context of misinformation and manipulation is a genuine concern. It's conceivable that deepfakes could be used to create false narratives, spread fake news, or even impersonate individuals for nefarious purposes. As we move forward, it's crucial that we develop robust methods of detecting and combating these malicious uses. On a more positive note, deepfakes could also play a significant role in the field of education. Picture a history lesson where students can interact with a realistic recreation of a historical figure, or language lessons where the teacher can flawlessly switch between accents and dialects. The educational opportunities are as vast as they are exciting. Moreover, the technology behind deepfakes could transform the way we communicate. From virtual meetings where participants can choose their own avatars, to personalized advertising campaigns tailored to individual customers, the potential applications are endless. However, as we venture into this brave new world of AI and deepfakes, it's important to proceed with caution. As much as this technology can be a tool for innovation and creativity, it also has the potential to be weaponized if not properly managed. The future of deepfakes and generative AI is a double-edged sword, holding the promise of unprecedented creative freedom and the risk of unparalleled deception. As we continue to explore the possibilities, it's our responsibility to ensure that this technology is used ethically and responsibly. The future of deepfakes and generative AI is as exciting as it is daunting. To wrap things up, let's summarize what we've discussed. Deepfakes, powered by generative AI, are sophisticated digital forgeries that can convincingly mimic real people. They're created by feeding massive amounts of data into AI models, which learn to replicate human features and voices with startling accuracy. While deepfakes have been used for entertainment and benign purposes, they also carry a potential for misuse, such as spreading misinformation or damaging reputations. We discussed how these counterfeit creations can impact various sectors, including politics, and the importance of being able to identify and combat them. We also touched on the pros and cons of deepfake technology. While they can certainly be used creatively and innovatively, they also pose significant risks and ethical concerns. Looking ahead, as this technology continues to evolve, so must our strategies for detection and prevention. The world of deepfakes is complex and ever-evolving, prompting us to stay informed and vigilant.